All right, I got a story. I'm going to start off with a little personal history, and I'm going to try to get through it pretty quick. I'm 2 years old. I'm on a tricycle, and boom, I come on an open door and out onto a landing. It's a concrete landing with metal railings in a row house on the south side of Chicago. There's steps made out of probably red brick, I don't recall, and a sidewalk. And I'm on my trike. I'm thinking about turning around, and these two girls, my sisters, Bev and Roxy, down there, and they're saying chicken, chicken, and I recall clear as a bell, I ain't no chicken. And I put my foot on that pedal, and I rode my trike off there. That's all I remember. It was years later that I found out that Mom come out and picked me up screaming and ran with me to the hospital. Doc probably said he'll never be right again. Then them same sisters come, I don't know, that was like 1961, I think, and now bump it up to 64 or so. I'm about to start school, and I asked my sisters, I say, hey, what is school? What do they do there? And Bev, she tells me, the teachers beat you with sticks. They lock you in the closet, and sometimes they put dogs in there with you. Tie you up and put you in corners. That's the only three I clearly remember. But thanks, Bev. I really enjoyed my first day of school. If you recall, it took both my sisters and my mother to get me out of the house, and then both my sisters to get me up the hill to school. I didn't want to go get beat. I made another one about 68, 67, where I set the woods on fire, and my father practically commended me. This is just childhood stuff going on. I was 11, my mom left my father. I had two older sisters, a younger brother, and two twin sisters still in the crib. And the morning she left him, I woke up for some reason and went out in the hall, and there's Mom in her coyote fur coat or whatever it is. And I said, what are you doing? Where are you going? She said, I'm going up to Harold's Market because we don't have any breakfast food in the house, and I got to get some breakfast food. I said, cool. I went back to bed, and I got home from school that day, and she still wasn't home, so I went looking for her. Some 6 weeks later, she comes in, tells Dad he's got to go. Mom doesn't run off with... Well, I'm getting too deep into that story. I guess the thing that I'd share with you most is something my father told me. He said, Daryl, he said, your mom said that she'd rather stick a knife in you kids' heart and pile y'all in the bathtub than to have me take care of it. So I got to take off for a while. I said, I knew at 7, I knew then, 11, that, you shouldn't be telling kids some shit like that. Age like 14 or so, I drowned. I went down the third time with my hand over my head like that, and I went black. I don't know if I doubt I died, but the next thing is I'm on the beach, and the lifeguards got me, and, that's cool. I drowned. A couple of years later, I fell in with the wrong crowd and started getting a police record. A few years after that, I joined the Navy. Went to basics in Great Lakes, Illinois. Went through Chicago on the train, and me and like 2 or 3 other guys went off and found a liquor store, and we gonna show the basic drunk. And we did. And they made us stand in a musty, hot, stinking back room somewhere for a while. Yeah, that was a good idea. Show up the basic drunk. Yeah. I guess the story I want to share today, though, is not all deployments are easy. My hardest deployment ever was in 1984 on the Guam. We left in like October of 83. I was on the pier. My wife was there with our 2 kids, and she was 8 months pregnant. And the ship was going to leave for 6 months in about 30 minutes. She said, Daryl, you gotta not go. You gotta go UA. You gotta go AWOL. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to take care of 2 toddlers and have a baby and do it alone. And she was alone. She could have went back with her parents, but her father had been abusive and all. And I said, God, I don't know how not to go get on that ship. And guys, I know I made the right choice, but I lost everything due to that choice. She said, I can't stay with you. You don't care enough for me to stay here with me. And I was a mess, but I went on the longest. I went on a record-breaking cruise on the Guam of 142 consecutive days of Condition 3 steaming. And, this is getting long-winded. Until next time.